I'm going to do a video here on my tripod. I had a question from the minktrappingpaddy on my last video, one of my fishing videos where I was fishing for the small pike. He'd asked me about my tripod that I was using. And this is the tripod here. I have it at full extension now. It's not actually a camera tripod. It is a bog pod. It's a rifle rest is what it is for. But it's much taller than a regular camera tripod. It also collapses really short. But there's a lot of special features and stuff for it. This is it extended out as tall as it'll go. Now I'm 5'8", so it's over my head. But you can also adjust the width of the legs on it. It collapses down. What it uses is a twist lock. So if I untwist it, it will slide back up. You can see on the legs here it's graduated by inches, so I can fold the legs out to the same length, which is important for a rifle rest. You want it all the same height. So you got two leg extensions, a twist lock, twist this in, twist lock, same with your other three legs. You twist it and twist it to lock it again. So it's infinitely adjustable for any height that you want, for short or tall. Of course, for a gun rest, that's important because you need to be able to have it at any height you want. Shooting uphill, downhill. This is it fully compressed. This is the regular head that comes with it. It's a fork rifle rest or pistol rest. It also has special feet. It's got regular rubber feet for mud or grass. They have other attachments that go on here too, but if you're shooting in ice or snow, these twist off, and it actually has carbide tips on the bottom of the feet. So if you're shooting in ice, it will bite into the ice and it won't slip, it won't move. So for any of you guys who hunt in the north, or hunt caribou or moose, or you're shooting on ice and snow, this would work really well. That's a hard, like I said, it's a carbide bit. It's like a drill bit almost. It's really hard steel, like what you would get on ice cleats on snowshoes. There's a strap to retain it, to hold it all together. They do have different models of these. They have them in different lengths. They have bipods and tripods, and I think they have a monopod as well. They're pretty pricey. I'm gonna say this was about a little over $100. I'm pretty sure it was about. That's what I bought it at Bass Pro Shop. You can find it at Cabela's. There's a couple different Midway USA. Any of those companies have, you're gonna be able to get it through the mail. It's really nice, especially for shooting off of. Now the camera attachment that I had for it, when he had asked me about using it in my video, it's made of aluminum. The fittings on it are steel. It comes with a key, an Allen key, and you can actually interchange the heads on it. It just screws off. There's an Allen key locked into the base of the tripod. So I screw this off. This is the rifle fork for it. Now I have a regular tripod mount, and the tripod mount will screw right on here for a camera or a spotting scope if you're going to be glassing, especially for guys who elk hunt or moose hunt or anything like that. I mean, you're spending a long time glassing. I have a spotting scope too I can use for this. So now I can mount a regular, that's a regular standard camera mount. Now what I did was, I went and I bought, because I use my phone for videoing. I mean, I have like a little GoPro camera. I have an underwater camera that I use occasionally as well, but let me open this back up a bit. So you can see it. Gotta open it a little more. Go a little taller so you can see it in the camera. What I did was I went and I bought a cheap selfie stick, and the selfie stick has a camera holder on it for your cell phone. It's like a little C-clamp. I'll take a photo of it and I'll add it into the video. The selfie stick is pretty cheap. It only cost me like $5. But that would screw onto this, and then I can hold my cell phone on the tripod and use it like a regular camera tripod. But this would work with any camera tripod. You don't necessarily have to have this, but the bog pod. We've all seen these. It's a selfie stick. Has the attachment on the top that screws off, and it also uses a standard camera tripod mount. So that's where this comes in. I took the phone holder off of this and mounted it on the camera, and I can latch the phone right on the tripod and use it like a regular camera. It's actually, I'm using it now on my small tripod. That's what I'm videoing this with. So that's all I used. That's all I used for that. Of course, the selfie stick, I can use this too. If I'm filming myself, I'm talking to it, I can use that as well if I wanted to use that. But this, you can get all sorts of heads for this bog pod. They have AR rests. They have, you know, regular rifle rests. They've got double rifle rests where I could set this up in a blind. I use this in my blind because I can vary the height on it real easy. It's got a nice cushion, smooth grip on it, so I can use it for all sorts of things. If I have, even though I have my regular bipod mounted on the rifle, the rifle sits right in there. I can hold it, or I can hold the rifle and hold the top of the rifle, and I got a perfectly rock steady rest. I can adjust it real quick if I want to move the leg. I can adjust the height of it real quick, and then get a rock steady shot. Like I said, you can get all sorts of rest heads for this. This is just a single rest head. You can get a rest head that's a double mount, so I can actually lay the rifle right on the rest in a blind and have it set out right in front of you. It also works for handguns. With a mount a handgun on it. With a revolver, you would want it back from the cylinder, but you can mount the barrel on it. And then you get, especially with a handgun, it's important to get a very solid rest. So, I mean, that's a dead solid rest. It's not going to move. Of course, I'm using with this, I have a 4-power scope, so you have to have it really steady. You can also use, take a walk over here. Especially if you're using it for a ground blind, because I can set this up to sit. I have it at sitting height, and I sit inside the ground blind. Yeah, let me take it down a little bit so you can see it a little better. So it works well for your crossbow as well. You can, it'll sit in there, and I can pivot from side to side. It gives me a perfectly steady rest. A multitude of uses. So not only do I use it for video, and I use it for hunting and stuff as well. It's a really good product. I've had it for quite a while, and I'm pretty pleased with it. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight into what you needed to know about the rest. Like I said, you could probably buy a regular camera tripod cheaper than this. This is pretty pricey. But this thing will last forever. It has a lifetime guarantee on it, as far as I know. It's pretty sturdy. So I hope that helped you out.